All right, take 2. Clapper. Nope, don't do 2. Okay, whatever. There's an actual reason I do that. Intro again. Go ahead.
Hey guys, it's the time you've all been waiting for. Couples Q&A, where you ask us your questions after we've been doing YouTube for 9 months.
9 months.
We get to answer your questions for the very first time.
And apologies if you can hear a chainsaw in the background. We tried to record the Q&A twice today, and each time a leaf blower and now a chainsaw started at the exact moment we hit the record button. So,
get over it.
Apologies, suck it up. There's a chainsaw in the background. We are in the French Riviera. Deal with it. Let's start the questions.
Yeah.
You guys asked, are you both from the same state?
We are both from Washington State in the United States.
Not Washington, D.C., that is the East Coast of the United States. We are from Washington State, that is the West Coast.
But not only are we from the same state, we are from the same little town.
Second question that 5 of you asked is, how and when did we meet, and was it love at first sight?
Josh and I met a long time, I have a picture of us when we were 6 years old, and I tried to find it, couldn't find it, and we're not at home to find it.
Your grandma was doing daycare, right?
Yeah. His cousin was in my grandma's daycare.
That's
so
right.
We met each other a long time ago, but there was no interest there whatsoever.
We were children, okay? That's gross. When we actually met, my best friend was friends with her younger sister, and I kind of knew of Ashley. Like we floated. We were in the same circles. Like my mom taught her sister soccer team. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I knew of Ashley, and she had just come back from a big trip.
Josh.
I thought she was attractive and hot and cute and all the things that you guys like about her because she's adorbs, right? So I basically told my best friend that I was going to her birthday party. Or no, her sister's birthday party. I invited myself to that. And that's when we met.
Yeah, love at first sight? Absolutely not.
I'm a nerd. I don't know if you can tell this, but that is probably Ashley's defining characteristic of me. She thinks I'm nerdy and geeky. And I think she's just grown to appreciate that, but that hasn't changed. I'm a complete dork.
Yeah, somehow he's brought me to the dark side a little bit more than I anticipated.
She knows what video games are, and I taught her how to text on a cell phone.
That's the truth.
That's how old we are. When did you get married? Going into how old we are, we've been married.
We don't have to mention how old we are.
No, we don't. We got married.
They didn't ask that.
We got married January 13th, 2007. How was that?
Yeah. On point.
Spot on. So you can just do a little math there.
So this year, in January, on January 13th, we'll have been married 10 years.
10 whole years.
Married.
What did you do for work before traveling? Go ahead.
I was a hotel manager in Hollywood to the rich and famous.
Literally.
And you?
Oh, that's okay.
I worked in hospitality.
Concise.
And I really like it.
Yeah, and my job is harder to pin down because I did a lot of everything. I was a producer for a drone company. I worked in set design on commercials and television. I did client work for web design and building and advertising. My income could have been $10,000 in a month or zero, and I literally mean that, and it was rough. All right, whose idea was it to travel? When did the travel bug hit?
So after Josh and I got married, after a year and a half of marriage, we decided to go into this nonprofit called Youth with a Mission. And through that nonprofit, we got to travel Asia, going to Thailand, China, Nepal,
India.
Yeah, India we've been to multiple times. Thailand we've been to multiple times. So that is where we started.
But you were traveling before that.
Yeah, that's true. After high school, I went to New Zealand for 6 months. And then I traveled to Australia, and I got to spend some time in Fiji in that time. And then I went to Costa Rica, all before we were married. So I definitely had the travel bug first.
So it was Ashley's idea to travel. Traveling didn't occur to me until I met Ashley. Really, it didn't.
For this trip specifically, I did have the idea of doing 12 countries in 12 months, and I presented it to Josh.
How long did you save up? We didn't save. We didn't really save. We tried to save, we didn't really save. We basically liquidated all assets. That's how we're traveling. Sold cars, tax return, everything we owned. We don't really have anything at all back home. Basically, everything we have is in the 2 Tom bin bags that you see us carrying around every day.
Sacrifices had to be made.
I don't even want stuff. Who wants stuff? That means you can't travel the world if you got stuff to take care of.
Yeah, well.
Do you share expenses? I think this is interesting because a lot of married couples have separate bank accounts. They work separate jobs, they keep their money separate, and they go in 50-50 on like house and food and stuff. And I think that's weird. No offense if you do that, but that concept doesn't register on my radar. We share absolutely everything money-wise. We put all of our money together and we discuss any large purchases.
We have bank accounts together. We don't have separate bank accounts or anything. And Josh literally takes care of all finances, all bills, everything. Yeah. I spend some money.
Yeah, I've had separate bank accounts specifically for business accounting purposes, but like our money goes together.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. I know Josh is handsome and articulate, but who's the boss? Well, thank you very much. That would be me. I'm the boss.
No, I am the boss.
What do you guys think?
I love that.
What do you do to stay fit? Thank you very much. I don't know. Oh, that was just there's my muscles.
I wouldn't consider us fit.
Like I don't think I could run a mile. Does Ashley ever get angry / do you ever argue? She gets annoyed and
frustrated.
And she'll get angry, but not for long.
Like, I'm a very non-confrontational person, so I prefer to either talk things out or...
And I'm very logical.
Yeah. So somehow we work together really well in that way. But we do have frustrations.
Yeah, but I feel like after we get past the frustrations, which could last, 5 minutes to an hour, sometimes a day if we're like really pissed off, then we try and like figure out, okay, why was that person feeling that way? I still don't agree with you necessarily, but why were you trying to feel that way? And then we try and come to an understanding.
Totally choose our battles, and we've come to realize like some things aren't worth it. So we'll just agree to disagree. A lot of times that's just where we end up.
Yeah. We're fine being different people. Does it help or hinder a relationship being together all the time? Good.
I think it totally depends on the people and their relationship and
their specific relationship.
It's worked for us really well.
We find time to get our alone time.
Yeah.
I'm probably more needy than her.
Well, I was gonna say our love languages, but I don't think everybody knows that. But like Josh feels love from like being physical touch and like words of affirmation. I do not give those things very easily. It's not like...
Well, because you don't appreciate those ones personally, so it's hard for you to even understand how to do that.
Yeah, and so I think that helps really a lot when we're traveling and when we're with each other, understanding how each other feel loved and making an effort to do those things, even if it's not your first...
response.
Like, you're not able to do it easily.
Yeah. All right, which of us has the strongest character and which is the most independent? I don't want to speak for Ashley, so I'll just say me. And then she'll probably say her.
Yeah. Okay, who's been in bed and needed to be waited on hand and foot the last
Man flu does not count. Man flu does not.
He would not have been able to take care of himself.
I can spend, a week completely isolated. But then after that week, I need like 2 or 3 days of like straight on snuggling Ashley.
I think that's the difference is that I'm a complete extrovert. He's an introvert. So he says he could spend a week like by himself. But I would go out traveling and like meet people and stay in a hostel. And that's how I would like enjoy my time.
Yeah, I would probably stay in. Maybe not indoors, but I'd stick around. I'd stick around here. And Ashley would be like, let's go to Cannes.
Yeah.
All right. What is the best thing to do with 5 days in Ireland? So we're moving on to more travel-related questions. Best thing to do in Ireland for the Great Atlantic Way.
Yeah.
Rent a car, road trip, rent a car, and drive all the way around Ireland. It's up to the Cliffs of Moher. There's so many.
5 days in Ireland on a road trip. You can do so many things.
That's the way to do it. Get out of the city. Just see the countryside, man. Where did you buy the drone? Speaking of Ireland, we bought it in America, which is to say, I used Amazon to buy the drone, ship it to our P.O. box in California, and then forward it to our place in Ireland because it was hundreds of dollars cheaper to buy it from America and send it to ourselves than to buy it in Europe. Yo, Europe has got some crazy prices on electronics.
Very expensive.
America, you are blessed. You are the best country in the world for buying electronics.
Yeah.
Who would win in an arm wrestling match?
What?
You know that's my broken arm.
Oh my god.
Do we own our YouTube channel? Yes, we do. The Way Away is us and largely our creation. To clarify though, the website was started by a good friend of mine and I. We legally own it 50-50 split. Ashley isn't even a part of that. But the YouTube channel is an offshoot and basically her idea. Are your videos sponsored? / do you spend your own money? / do you get incentives from local travel boards? That'd be awesome. Like we got into a castle in York for free, which was like 10 pounds.
Still worth it. But we are clear about like our Tom Bin bags were given to us.
Yeah.
From Tom Bin. We have posted some Instagram photos and stuff for them.
Yeah.
But other than that, really everything comes out of our own pocket. And that's why we're doing work stays, because we do not have deep enough pockets to do this trip without getting food and housing for free at some point.
That's right. All right, now it's time for our Snapchat questions. Okay.
What?
Moving on. When traveling, do you have similar interests / do you agree on what to do and how long to spend somewhere? Well, you're the boss, so why don't you,
I make all the decisions practically. Josh gives me stipulations, like he wants to be in a city, and I make all the plans of what we're going to do, and he goes along with it.
I'm fine with that, as long as she doesn't do something that I was like, yo, I said no.
He's got it easy.
Basically, Ashley is my dedicated travel agent.
Exactly.
So praise be to Ashley. Are there activities you would like to do while traveling that you haven't had the chance to do yet?
I'd love to skydive at some point, but I think that will come when we have money.
Yeah.
Unless somebody...
Or massive sponsorships.
Sponsored. Yeah. Well.
Throw us out of a plane, someone, please. Do you buy things and take them with you or send them home? Do you mean like souvenirs or clothes?
I think if you're me and souvenirs, I've bought postcards everywhere that we've gone.
If you had to choose which country you would live in and why, / what's your favorite country? That's tough.
Yeah. I really like Switzerland, but I don't know that I would live there. I've always said New Zealand would be the place that I would live. That said, I really want to be close to family, so...
That's a trick question because I want to be near family as well, but not all the time. Like, as I mentioned before, I'm independent and I can totally be alone. And I love my family, but I don't feel like I need them all the time. Apologies to all the mothers out there, both of you. For me, I really like the Netherlands. Amsterdam was really cool. I would totally live in Amsterdam, but I'd be gone, like in my ideal world, right? I'd be gone 9 months out of the year. You know, visiting family for 3 months out of the year, traveling around with all the work I'm doing several months. Like that would be like my ideal, right? So I'd have a home base, but I wouldn't live somewhere. What ideas, stereotypes, or misconceptions about Europe were true and which were wrong?
True? I think you can pop in and out of other countries so easily, which is just...
Very fortunate, you guys.
Absolutely amazing.
For me, a giant stereotype was, and I don't mean this to sound bad, but I imagined Europe as more sophisticated and advanced. And I don't feel like I found that. I feel like there's so much history here in Europe that, not that it's holding you back, but everything's built on this history. Places feel less developed because a lot of it's just old.
Yeah.
You guys rebuild on your old stuff. Now, we don't have that history in America at all. The oldest thing you can find is basically 100 years old because everything's made out of wood and it just disappears. So it feels less sophisticated and developed because...
But like Italy and Spain and Greece are all like...
less developed.
Way less developed.
Than like Stockholm. Just not used to it. That's something I did not expect. What would you change in planning if you could do it again? I mean, really, this is an amazing experience. I can't think of a...
Yeah, we've met incredible people, done amazing things, and I don't think that I would have changed really anything that I could have changed within the planning.
Moving on to the standard format questions on your interview. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I see myself managing a business that I own or part own, and using that those connections to build that in other businesses and helping other people around the world. Like, that's really what I want to do. I love that.
You forgot to say babies.
No, I didn't.
You did. You forgot. Babies.
You see yourself babies.
In 5 years.
With 5 babies?
No, no!
I want kids too. I just want to have money to support them first. I mean, I know it's one of those things where like, nah, just have the babies.
In 5 years, we're gonna be old.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
We're gonna be old in 5 years. Not old, but like old for us.
We gotta pop them out.
All right, fair enough. Are you excited to go home? / what are you looking forward to most? 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Family. What?
Oh.
Will we still vlog after Europe?
Good question.
Totally. We need to transition the channel from a solely travel-focused channel because if I skip to the next question, do you plan to continue traveling after Europe / what do you plan to do when you get home? We'll need money if we're gonna travel, and we do want to keep traveling, but I'm gonna try and grow a business, and we gotta make money to continue traveling. So whether that means we can do our jobs from our computer and continue to travel, depends a lot on first how much money I can make and then probably time. So we'll probably need to start making money right away when we get home, but we will continue the vlog and we're gonna expand and broaden the vlog and make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
That is our plan.
You don't see the point in all the work that we've been putting into this.
I told
and then
Ashley.
Stopping when you get home.
I said, we're not gonna do the vlog. I'm not gonna put time into the vlog if we're not committed to it. And that's the only reason we put in like 6 hours every single day just to edit these videos is because we want to make this an amazing channel for you guys. We want to make this something really cool and awesome that you want to come back to. It's not solely travel focused, but there's a giant travel element. We're called The Way Away. We don't want to just show destinations. We want to give like a life philosophy for creating the world as your home. That's what we want to do. That's the whole purpose from the very beginning.
And I want to give people like an understanding that they can actually do it themselves and go beyond what norm is. And so I don't know. We will vlog. It will look different, definitely.
It'll look different.
We will not be by a pool, most likely.
Because Washington rains. You don't need a pool. Yeah. We have a place to stay for a month when we first arrive back. And
we do.
And we're going to figure it out as fast as we can starting now. So anyways, that is our Q&A. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for all the questions.
Yeah, we got all these questions in one day. You guys are awesome.
I hope this video isn't too long. Hopefully we've cut it down to a reasonable length. And yeah, that's it. I hope we encourage you guys to get out there and travel today. Goodbye from the French Riviera.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. I was trying to figure out what the word was.
Oh, good. No,
Au revoir.
I got you. I got you, boo.
It's morning in Nice. Do you want to just go on the walking street?
We've already walked that street.
Okay,
so
then let's walk the side streets. Yeah, good idea. All right.
Let's check it out. Oh my gosh. Look at all 4 of those.